Another day, another dollar. The Can of Corn podcast is back with another episode. Middle of the winter. We're a few days away from the Super 60 in Chicago. By the time you hear this, all that stuff will already be out. But for right now, I'm joined with Tyler Cropley and Rob Allison. Tyler, we'll start with you. How are you?
Doing good. Cold, but getting along.
Yeah. What's your big thing you do in the wintertime? Do you have any activity? Are you a cross country skier?
No. Every once in a while I'll get on ice fish, but no cross country skiing for me.
Every once in a while, like are you actually pulling stuff out, or are you just doing that to just get away from home?
No, we do. Me and Connor have gone a few times together and pulled out some fish.
Yeah, what was that, 3 years ago? That was a good time.
All right, so it's been 3 years, but yeah. Rob,
Last
what
time
about
was
you?
like-
Are you around an ice fishing hole ever?
No, I hate fishing. It's so boring.
Well, that just sounds like somebody doesn't catch it.
Oh, wow. No, the way the weather's been in Iowa here recently, I'm hunkered down and just trying to stay warm. It's been freezing.
Well, yeah, that's as long as everyone's indoors, I think we're all good. Tyler, we got a special guest here today. Go ahead and give the full rundown.
Yeah, so we got Connor Van Scoyoc coming on today. And Connor met when we were playing Pro Bowl together back in 2019 off season. Got to meet him and his family and catch his bullpens when I was still catching. Yeah, I think it'll be a great podcast for him to be on today. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Connor, when you were coming up in the PBR ranks, what do you remember about Robbie Magic, a young Rob Allison, standing behind you when you're throwing your bullpens?
Oh, I think the funniest thing I remember is down at a PBR showcase at the University of Iowa, he was getting mad because everyone kept on fouling balls off, and he's like, "Well, somebody hit a freaking ball in play." And I was coming up here, and he goes, "You'll do it, won't you?" And he called me Chubb. He's Chubbs, you'll hit one in play, won't you? I was like, I ain't much of a hitter, but I'll give it the old college try.
Do you remember that, Rob?
Yeah. I mean, I've had a couple different opportunities to chirp on old Connor. I did want to ask you, from the future games, has your PFPs improved?
Ooh, you've been talking to Cropley too much, haven't you?
No, I watched it in person. It was like a train wreck.
Well, I had one error this past season, and I remember to the day ball could have been caught too. I mean, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but yeah, somebody left early from first base, and I stepped off and threw it to second, and I swear to you, that ball was right on the base, and the second baseman was a little late getting over there. It bounced, but next thing you know, it was in center, and the guy's getting third base. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Other than that, though, I mean, that's all reliable. Just pick it up and throw it. Yeah.
And yes, I think that one outing in Indianapolis, Connor was throwing more balls around the field than he was throwing towards home plate.
Well,
So we had to
someone
crowd.
bragged. There
had to
wasn't a
crowd.
lot of squared up contact. I was filling my position. There were a lot of swinging bunts, and then a sail down the first baseline.
He's trying to get everyone
Yeah, you're-
involved, right? Get the outfielder involved in the game,
Exactly.
right? That's nice.
Need them to show off the arm too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Connor Van Scoyoc is from Cedar Rapids Jefferson in Cedar Rapids here, and drafted by the Angels. Spent a couple of years with some different organizations, and was a Super 60 participant back in 2018. Would you mind hopping in a little bit? Questions about that?
Yeah.
So at your Super 60 event, what was that experience like for you coming from Iowa?
Oh, it was super easy, and it was great. I remember the old man and I, and then actually I think my grandpa came along too. We just packed up the truck and drove over there for the day, through, and next thing you know, we were driving back. I think we actually left early, but we were supposed to have a meeting with one of the scouts, and my dad's like, he can come over to the house. We're leaving early. There's supposed to be a bad snowstorm. He was worried about driving home. We were trying to get, I was trying to get drafted, and he's like, he'll come to the house. Worried about the traveling with the snowstorm. But yeah, it was nice though, because it's right there on the southwest side of Chicago, isn't it?
Yep, the Max.
Macomb? Yeah, that's a nice facility.
Do you remember being nervous? Like, obviously, there's, I don't know, it's been a few years since we've had it. Rob, you probably could speak to whether it's how well it's grown with all the scouts, but it seems like when we watch the last few years, there's an army of scouts behind where the bullpen is, and everybody's there. Did you remember anything like that? Any nerves? Anything at all from that time?
Not too much. I mean, I was pretty fortunate with having my brother going to Arizona State and getting drafted and everything. And I'd seen it before, seen all the scouts back behind there and everything. But even when you're up there on the mound, you see everybody back there. You get a little jolt of energy, a little amped up, and makes you, just right there a little bit, throw a little bit harder and hit your spot a little bit better.
Do you feel like there was a chip on your shoulder being from Iowa compared to some of the other states that were there representing?
You, yes and no. I mean, Iowa always gets a bad rap because we play high school baseball in the summertime, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're already down in Florida doing this, or we're down in Atlanta, and, oh, we're this and that." Oh, well, I played 40 games in Iowa high school baseball when you guys were doing all that stuff. So, but that's one of the best things about all the PBR showcases and everything. You still get out there, still get seen, and if you're good enough, they're going to come to you too.
Yeah, because you not only did you attend a couple of events, but you were one of the first guys ever. You went to the Future Games twice, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you went to
yeah,
Future Games twice, couple events in between, and then the pinnacle at the end with the Super 60.
yeah. It's crazy to think that was 8 years ago.
I'll share this story with you. I talked to your dad about it, but I went to watch Jefferson play, and I think it was first round of playoffs. It would have been your freshman year. So I think you were a freshman, and Spencer was either a junior or a senior.
Yeah,
And you weren't playing someone. I mean, you were supposed to win easily, and you guys ended up getting snake bit and lost in the first round of playoffs.
yeah. was
And
that
and I
was that
wanted
Burlington?
what's that?
Was that against Burlington? I think it was.
And
Yeah,
I really wanted to invite you, but I thought you guys would make it all the way to state, and so I didn't wanna waste the time, and when you guys got beat, I was standing there the whole game with your dad and your, grandpa, and just talking about different stuff, and when you guys got beat, I had to fight myself for, like, 10 minutes because I knew your dad was not enthused about what went down, and I really wanted to, like, invite you to the future games, but I figured I better just let the dust settle a little bit. So, classic me, I called your dad at, like, 8 a.m. on Saturday morning the next day and gave him the invite now that you're available, and, I'm glad we were able to, make that connection and get everything going.
it's probably a good thing. Let them cool off. Let it sink in overnight.
Yeah, yeah, he was like I said, Whitey was pretty, fiery about
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I don't like losing, that's for sure.
yeah,
I don't even remember who started that game. I remember I think I pitched that game though, didn't I?
yeah,
I
yeah,
came
you
in
were in
relief.
at some point.
Was there PFP involved at all?
They didn't make contact back then.
Connor, kinda tell us, like, what type of pitcher are you? Like, what's your mentality? What are you trying to accomplish when you go out there?
Well, part of the reason why I'm a lot better at PFPs is because I'm a ground ball pitcher. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but this past year was the first year I ever been out of the bullpen. And I think I had 80 or 90 innings out of the bullpen. I was the long relief. A lot of times I was throwing in the insurance situations where the starter would get hurt or something would happen in the first couple innings, and I'd get out there, and that's why I had so many innings out of the bullpen. But it just, I mean, with the rule as any pitcher, just getting outs. I mean, I ain't gonna light up the radar gun, but I do have a pretty good sinker. About it.
Going from a starter to a reliever, what was your biggest hurdle, or what was the biggest challenge to get used to getting out of the bullpen?
I mean, first time being out of the bullpen, I was in AAA, and I just never realized it was like, hey, get Connor hot, and then you'd get up and take your jacket off, and you'd have three throws, and they're like, hey, is he about ready? And you're like, oh boy. I think that was the biggest adjustment I had to make, was just when it came time, I was ready. Just always being there.
Is there anything this off season like you're going to prepare to come out of the bullpen more, or anything changing for you to get that used to that?
Yes and no. I thought I made pretty good adjustments in the season last year, and I was going to try to keep those same routines, just in between going out there and playing catch, getting ready at 2 o'clock before BP to when the game starts at 7. I mean, I took care of myself pretty well in between there, and I'll just try to keep that same routine. But I mean, other than that, this year I'm working on a big sweeper, so trying to throw a new slider. It'll be nice being outside of Albuquerque. The ball will actually move. That'll be exciting to see.
Yeah, that area, that league, right? The ball travels pretty good if you leave it up, right?
Oh boy, I gave up a home run this year and it was 82-mile-per-hour exit velo, and it landed over top of our bullpen, past our bullpen onto like a mezzanine area on the roof of that, and it was like, I mean,
82.
I hung one. I was like, I can't believe that went that far. It just breaks your heart.
What have been some of the positives for you in regards to being a professional baseball player? And I guess ultimately too, what are maybe some of the negatives as you've gone through this whole process?
I mean, I'm a Midwestern guy, I'm from Iowa. I'm gonna end up dying in Iowa. But 8, 9 months of the year when you're away from home, you do miss it. And that just makes coming home that much sweeter. I spent a lot of time out in Norway and with my grandparents and my family. But saying that, you do miss a lot of stuff. I mean, I missed my cousin's wedding this year. I missed one of my best friend's weddings this year. It's just you miss a lot of stuff, but at the same time, you're having an experience of a lifetime. I mean, I got stories I can tell you. I probably couldn't tell you actually on here, but I mean, some of the stuff that I've seen and had fun with some of my buddies through baseball. I mean, those are experiences you'll never get anywhere else.
What's the best? What's been your most favorite either town outside of Iowa that you've lived in, or a team you've played with over these last bazillion years?
Man, yeah, bazillion years. I say I've been some pretty cool places. I will say Tri-Cities, Washington. It gets a bad rap. It's up there in the middle of nowhere. We had a game delayed because it was snowing. It was like one of the first games of the year, and the flurries were so big and white that they had to cancel the game because the hitters couldn't see the ball coming in. And it was only like 28 degrees. It was brutal. But the best part about it was you had the I think it's the Columbia River right there. So we would go fishing, we'd go golfing. There was a casino in the town. Like it was great. Every game started at 7 o'clock at night too. So we'd have great time going fishing or golfing in the morning, and then going to the games. And then after the games, pretty much everybody would be at the casino. It was just a little hole in the wall casino. Like we just had it. We had a great crew. Everyone hung out. That was fun. That was when I was still with the Angels back in 23. So that was. I mean, I ain't got much to brag about with San Bernardino, California. It wasn't one of my favorite places, but I had some great experiences out there too. Off days, you drive an hour to the beach, Newport Beach. Those were fun too.
Is there one you absolutely hated?
One I absolutely hated. Going back to the California League, when you'd be up north, San Jose was cool. It was a cool stadium, great churros after the games, but there was just nothing by the hotel, and everything was crazy expensive, and just wasn't one of my favorite places to be. I'm a big walker. Early in the morning, I'll go for a walk, call my family, talk to somebody on the phone. But San Jose, not a great spot for that.
You like being able to walk to the ballpark and just check things out around the hotel and that kind of thing?
Yeah, that was one of the good things about this past year in AAA. We were flying everywhere, but there was always something to do around the hotel. And I was one of the only guys I was a little bit of an early bird. I'd be out there alone by myself and just walking around seeing the town. Some of the older guys that had wives and kids, you'd see them out walking around too. But that was fun this year.
What's some of the best advice you've received so far in pro ball, whether it's from a coach or from a player that you played with?
That's a pretty good question. Best advice. I mean, I've seen it. We had our high A pitching coach. He said it doesn't matter how ugly it looks as long as you get outs. I mean, that's pretty much the name of the game. Yeah, and if you're continuing getting outs and turning people's heads a little bit, it don't have to be 100 miles an hour, but as long as you're turning people's heads, getting people out, you'll have a chance.
As you look at different levels that you came up through, right? And where was it that you went, man, this is a big jump, right? I've always heard like double A is kind of that spot where you get to where competition is, I mean, like you really have to be locked in. Obviously, every level you should, but was there some level you got to that was bigger challenge than any of the other ones?
Yeah, I'd say that jump from high A to double A, that was where I probably made my most adjustments. But I mean, you figure in low A, everybody can throw a fastball for a strike and then possibly spin something in the zone every once in a while. But as you go up higher and higher, more guys can throw more stuff in the zone and consistently. And then double A starts talking about executing, not just throwing it in the zone. And I mean, there's still guys up there that just have pure athleticism and don't really have a clue what they're doing, but they're going to get away with it just because of the athleticism. But I think that's definitely the biggest jump is high A to double A, just because of you can get away with some stuff with athleticism, but you're going to get away with a lot less.
The final question I had for you, Connor, turn back the clock a little bit, what do you think was one thing you did really well in high school to kind of prepare you for this path and journey you're on? And if you could go back in time, what's one thing you would have probably been more attentive to or tried to do better?
One thing I regret back in high school is not staying with basketball longer. Obviously, I wasn't a great basketball player, but it was so good for you just being out there with the guys and moving around like the way you were. I mean, I lost a little bit of athleticism as I got older, but playing basketball, I mean, as long as you're moving around, especially in high school, like as long as you're moving around, you're not just sitting there, after school doing your homework and then watching TV most of the day. You gotta keep moving, especially playing a different sport, getting those other muscles working. That's one thing I regret doing is just not being out for more sports because it's so good for you.
What was one thing you think you did a good job in high school as far as preparing you?
I learned a lot from my brother, seeing what he went through and his mistakes. But one thing that I will say is every chance you get, go outside and play catch. And that's one thing I did really well is every opportunity I had, I was hitting balls in the cages or playing catch with somebody, my brother. I mean, you don't have to be up there on the top of the mountain throwing as hard as you can. That's one thing I did well was keep my arm in shape and throwing when I could, when I wanted to, which was all the time. And I think that's something I did well. Was I wasn't big in the gym, uh, wasn't much of a lifter at all. But as long as you're moving, and I think I did that pretty well.
Hey, along those lines of lifting and being in the gym, I mean, we talk about this with the high school guys all the time, or at least they're hearing it. Like, you got to get bigger, you got to be more physical, right? Those kids, they got to get in the gym, they got to eat. Is there something that you think about, like, or from the pro side of it, are they trying to instill that in you, or should you have thought about doing that at a younger age? I think.
I definitely should have done it at a younger age because once you get into pro ball, they expect you to have a good foundation. There's no babysitting in the gym. You're gonna have to do it either way, so you might as well get something out of it. But I wish I would have done more lifting when I was in high school too, just because, like I said, you get away with a lot more stuff when you're more athletic, and that's how you get more athletic is being in the gym, doing other sports, all that stuff. Oh, and Cropley knows. I mean, when we were younger, like 2019, 2020, I wasn't much of a lifter, and he'd always give me crap about it. Now that I'm a little bit older, I definitely see the benefits of it. I'm in there all the time now.
Yeah, we drug you in there a few days a week at least.
Yeah, yeah. I, you guys get mad at me for messing around too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get their work in, and I was messing off.
Yeah. Yeah, Connor, looking forward to this season upcoming with Washington. Like, I think it's going to be a really fun year for you. Obviously, I was with that organization. It's a great org. You'll have a ton of fun in West Palm Beach. It's a great facility down there. But like, looking forward to the 26th season. What are some of your goals that you have for yourself?
Well, obviously, the ultimate goal is to be in the big leagues. And that was part of the reason with the Nationals. It's a young group, and it's young front office, and it was very appealing. So that was looking forward to that. I obviously want to break with the AAA team out of spring training, especially with it not having an invite to big league spring training. But I'm going down there this weekend and hoping to meet some new faces and hopefully be able to throw in front of the important people up top, and let's just see where this life goes. We'll see where it takes me.
You've been obviously you're a road dog. You've been on the road a lot, traveling with all these teams. Do you have a favorite restaurant that you go to that you visited or had one time, or something that you got to see every time you go? You're looking for that spot.
I'm a big pizza guy, and when I was up in Hartford, Connecticut, in AA, New Haven was like
Mhm.
45-minute drive, and that's supposed to be the home of pizza. Like that's supposed to be the best pizza in America, and I will say it's pretty dang good. Frank Pepe's. I had to try the white clam pizza just because that's what they're known for, and I mean, not my cup of tea, but they do make dang good pizza, and same with Sally's and Modern Pizza. Those three right there in New Haven. Oh boy, it changes your life.
Better than a slice of Casey's is what you're saying.
I mean, I did work at Roscoe's here in Cedar Rapids when I was in high school, and that's pretty dang good pizza. But I'm gonna plead the fifth in case Jason hears this.
Do you remember so New Haven style pizza, like what was the difference of what it actually consists of? Is it like the sauce is on top or something weird like that?
No, it's just original New York thin pizza,
Okay.
but with those old brick ovens, and it just gave it character. I don't know if it tasted better just because it was the environment around you, but it was pretty dang good. But you had to remember on the drive down, you'd have to call and order it right when you left Hartford, because it would be 45 minutes, an hour wait. We would go pick that up and go to the beach, even though terrible beaches there in Connecticut. But we'd pick the pizza up and go to the beach and have a good off day. Yeah.
Well, we've offended all the Connecticut beachgoers now.
There ain't much
Beggars
of 'em.
can't be choosers when you're looking for a beach.
Yeah, exactly. It was a cute date
Especially
spot.
when
Take the lady down there, grab some pizza, go to the beach. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Then my second to last question is, when you're gone for the season, what place do you miss the most back there around Cedar Rapids?
Oh, Grandma's house. Grandma's house. Yeah, you can't compare. It's like going to an all-inclusive resort. I'm out there. I don't have to worry about nothing. Free food. It's the best, and then you're around the people that you love. It's like my little getaway. Even though it's 15 minutes
Grandma's
away.
good cook.
Oh boy, is she? She lost her touch a little bit, but I mean, she's got brownies she's making today for me before I leave. She made pineapple upside down cake earlier this week. She keeps me healthy. Let's say that.
As long as I've known your grandpa and your dad, I'm actually a little pissed off that I've never got an invite to your grandma's house to eat.
I mean, that's I don't know what to tell you on that. They must not really like you that much, I guess.
That's fair.
Crop, you ever been out to Grandma's?
I've been out there once.
Uh-oh. Says something about you, Rob.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Tyler,
Yeah,
you got any more questions in the hopper?
I don't think so. I appreciate you guys having me on here.
I got nothing else. I think it should be a good season for you, Chubbs. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yep. Thanks for hopping on. You guys can subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify and all that other good stuff. Rob and Tyler will be back with us next week, and Connor will be following you this spring.
Appreciate it. Be good, guys. Talk to you.